Welcome to Sober Barkeep. I'm Brian Anderson, coming to you from Anderson's Guitar Bar here in lovely League City, Texas. Today we're going to take a look at Fre non-alcoholic Moscato. This is one of my wife's favorite styles of wine. So we've opened a ton of these in the Anderson household. I drink several of these with my wife before I quit drinking. But I thought it'd be kind of interesting to see how the non-alcoholic version this is, because Moscato typically is a lower alcohol, sweeter wine. And so I thought, well, that might actually play well in the non-alcoholic world, because most of the non-alcoholic wines I've had so far have been disappointing because they've been too sweet and very grape juicy. So Moscato is typically kind of fruit forward with an apple, pear. It'll be sweet, but it also has the tannins that you would get off of if you bite into a green apple, the skin. You kind of get that real dryness that you get. So that's the tannins coming off of that, the skin of an apple. Not so much on a pear, but definitely on an apple. You'll get that kind of a dryness, kind of a. It's not really bitter. It's tannic. I mean, it's a dryness that's caused by the tannins. But they almost always are really sweet wines. So let's take a look at what. Make a message. Let's take a look at what Fre has done. And Fre's a relatively common and pretty easy to find non-alcoholic wine. This is one that if you're going to be looking for non-alcoholic wine, it's fairly easy to find. So let's take a look. We smell it. You smell it. It smells a lot like a Moscato. There's something there that I still haven't quite figured out. But you get the apple, you get the pear, a lot of pear. And kind of a Moscato wine smell to it. When you taste it, it's definitely sweet. It's got the apple tannins in there, and it's got a lot of pear. I really taste pear. It's got kind of an apple as that pear dies down, and then the tannic. So you end up with kind of a dry feeling in your mouth, which I love. That's the kind of wines I like. I was a really dry, dark red drinker when I drink wine. And this is like the polar opposite of that, with the exception of a good Moscato typically has some of those tannins. This has got that. But it's also got something in it that I can't quite nail. This is a sweetness. I described it as a kind of a bubble gum. My wife said, no, it doesn't taste like bubble gum at all. I had my wife try this so she'd give me her impression. She likes it. She thinks it's good. She said it's a little off from a regular Moscato. There was something she was picking up too. So whatever it is I'm picking up, she picked up that makes it taste there. And it's kind of, and she described it as kind of juicy. And so it does have kind of a fruit juice taste to it. But I think what's different in this than drinking fruit juice is that tannic effect. This is a really affordable non-alcoholic wine. So if you like the sweeter, kind of an appley pear type wines, if you like the Moscato, go try this, because it's very interesting, and it's very drinkable. It's very pleasant. Forget comparing it to anything. It's a pleasant drink. I mean, that's a little sweeter than I would like, but I could see drinking this out by the pool during a hot summer day, because it's kind of got that sweetness. It's got a brightness to it. It's got kind of a summer feel to it, and again, those tannins are fantastic. And don't get turned off by the tannin talk, because it's not tannins like a dry red wine, but it's got a really nice effect to it. And I like it. I'm going to give this a 4 just simply because it's close. It's really close, and it's pleasant to drink. So if you don't like it, argue with me in the comments. Sober Barkeep. Live well, drink smart.